Okay, students, we shall start with the class. Okay. I hope you can see my screen. I hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So today we shall start off with the fourth unit, which is image segmentation. Okay. So image segmentation, you already have the idea about what it is, right? So segmentation means we are dividing the image. Suppose you're talking about image segmentation here, so we are dividing the image into parts so that we can identify the different features from those parts, and then finally we can collaborate it. Okay, so image segmentation, it makes it easier for the user in terms of extracting the features from each part. Okay, so that is image segmentation. It is also very important um, classification in image representation. Okay, so I'll start with the screen sharing. So this is image segmentation. That is, it refers to the process of partitioning a digital image. So we talk about digital image every time, right? So we take digital image only. So this is about digital image, partitioning of digital image into multiple regions, and region is nothing but it is a set of pixels. So you remember these terms, right? So when we talk about pixels, we also talk about its neighborhood. That is, when we want to extract information about a particular pixel, we can also do it when we try to like take the information from the neighboring pixels as well, right? So goal of segmentation is to simplify or simply change the representation of an image into something which is more meaningful and easier to analyze. So it is, the goal of segmentation is nothing but its idea is to just simply simplify or change the representation of image into something which is more meaningful and easier to understand. Okay, that is, you are dividing the image into parts, then you are extracting, and parts in the sense that you after dividing the image into parts, you are combining, that is, you are what we can say, we can, that is, pixels whichever pixel is having similar property, those those pixels, they are grouped together to form one region. That will come across again, that is also another term, that is region based segmentation. Okay, so we are grouping the pixels according to its features. Okay, and then after extracting features, again finally to get the output, we are again collaborating the whole group. Okay, that is, all the groups we are collaborating it again, and that is known as image segmentation. That is, you are first dividing the image into some segments, you are extracting the features, and finally you are grouping it together again. Okay, so image segmentation, it is typically used to locate object and boundaries in images. Okay, so image segmentation, why we actually use it is to actually extract the boundaries. That is, we talk about edge detection of images here. Okay, so to extract the edges, we talk about the edges, to that is, to extract the features of edges from the images, image segmentation is being used. Then each of the pixels in a region are similar with respect to some characteristic or computed property such as color, intensity, or texture. That is, the features which I was talking about. That is, each of the pixels in a region, that is, after dividing it, the pixels in a region, in a particular region, that is, each pixel in a particular region, they are similar with respect to some characteristic. So if it is color, so that the pixels which are, we are focusing on the feature of color, we are grouping those pixels together. Then suppose we want to extract the intensity from the pixels, so whichever pixel is having similar intensity, we are grouping those pixels together. Again, the texture, what do you understand by texture? The meaning, the layman, in layman language, if we say, what do you understand by texture? Hmm? Is it related to color? Hmm? Quality. Okay, and any other definition? Yes, quality is correct. Any other definition? Quality of substance. Okay, that is the appearance, right? The appearance, yes, like color. Yes, the appearance of a particular object, right? So that is texture. So suppose we want to group the pixels according to the texture, so that is also constituting one particular region. Okay, so we have one region which is, okay, final touch to picture. Okay, fine. So grouping of pixels according to color in one region, then grouping of pixels according to intensity in one region, again grouping of pixels according to texture, that is another region. Okay, so each of the pixels in a particular region, they are similar with respect to some or the other qualities. That is, it may be color, it may be intensity, or it may be texture. Okay, then adjacent regions are significantly different with respect to some characteristic. What do you understand by the term adjacent? Adjacent regions, they are talking about adjacent. Adjacent means we are, yes, opposite also, or you can also say next. That is, remember when we one formula we applied, adjacent pixels. Remember one, I forgot exactly, but I think addition of, okay, distance between two adjacent pixel is 1. Do you remember that definition? So if you remember that definition, you can understand what is adjacent regions as well. Regions are nothing but these are some set of pixels. Okay, so adjacent regions, these are significantly different with respect to same characteristic. That is, they are talking about adjacent regions. And image segmentation, we have a wide range of field. That is, there are a large variety, there are a large range of fields in which image segmentation is being applied. Say for example, we have locating tumors and other pathologies. So this is, they are taking the picture of two tumors and they are applying image segmentation in order to, why? In order to extract some particular properties. Okay, so image segmentation is being performed. Then measuring tissue volumes. So tissues, so tissue we know, so measuring tissue volumes, and then here they are using it for some computer guided surgery. So actually these are all medical terms, so these are all medical fields. They are applying image segmentation to medical fields, so they are showing examples for some applications of image segmentation in medical fields. Okay, so segmentation, you just remember that segmenting a particular image into parts in order to extract the features from that image is known as image segmentation. Okay, and image segmentation is particularly done in order to extract the features such as color, then intensity or texture. Okay, and some of the common fields, which we can say some of the common medical fields in which image application, image segmentation has its uses are as follows. So you can give any one of these 3 examples. Okay, there are a lot of examples, we'll come across a lot many examples. You can also take the examples from those. Okay, then we have, again, what is image segmentation. So these are some different definitions which defines what is segmentation in an image. Okay, so image segmentation, one definition you can say is it reduces the pixel data to region based information. That is, we already know, that is grouping of pixels in one region. So when we say region in digital image processing, it means group of pixels. Okay, so whenever you come across, not all the time you have to relate it. So normally when we say region in an image, okay, region in an image, it means that group of pixels in that image. Okay, so image segmentation reduces the pixel data to region based information. So because say we have a lot many pixels in an image, right? So when we so if we keep on talking about each and every pixel, so there are thousands and thousands of pixels, right? So what we do, so image segmentation, what it does, it helps in reducing the pixel data to region based information, in the sense that you take up a group of pixels according to its similar properties or characteristic and you group them in a region. Yes, So when you talk about a particular region, it means that those pixels will have only a particular characteristic, say color. Again, you talk about another region, it is talking about only a particular characteristic, say intensity. So in that way, okay. So image segmentation, it helps in reducing the pixel data to region based information. Then segmentation of an image, it classifies pixels into objects or groups. We already know that. Then it is a form of segmenting the foreground from the background. So we talk about two parts, right? One is foreground, one is the background. So what segmentation it is separating the foreground from the background, okay. And in simplest case, we can say thresholding grayscale pixel values. So till now we have come across these terms, thresholding, then grayscale values, grayscale pixel values, a lot many times, right? So we know what it is. And thresholding, you know, right? Thresholding means we talk about some upper threshold limit and some lower threshold limit, right? So thresholding grayscale pixel values is also known as image segmentation. You can also remember this definition. So these are all simpler definitions. You can construct it in your own language and you can write it in the exam, okay. This is just for constructing the idea of what image segmentation actually is, okay. So this they are showing some figure of some rabbit ligament, which is at a magnification of approximately into 30,000. So this is some image and they are thresholding at gray level of a value of 180. Okay, this is their they're thresholding it, taking the gray level of 180. So do you remember how to calculate the gray level of an image? Do you remember that sum? Keep I mean keep try to do revision for those sums, okay. We don't have much sums, whatever I have taught, maybe those sums may also come in the exam, okay. So just keep on doing revisions in the sense, because when you come across these particular terms, then you can remember very easily. Yes. Then we come across another very important topic, which is edge detection. So edge detection is what? It is nothing but detection of edges or boundaries in an image, right? So in simplest term, you can say it as that. So edge detection is also a very important part of image segmentation, because it talks about areas with strong intensity contrast. That is a jump in intensity from one pixel to the next. So boundaries, you know, right? So boundary is the most important feature in an image which describes an image. So more than color, more than intensity and all, edge detection is more important. It is a very important feature for describing an image, because when you look at an image, right, when you look at an image, you first try to analyze the shape of the image first, right, rather than the color. So when you are asked to define a particular image, first of all we always look at the shape, right? So suppose if I'm trying to ask you that define a mobile, like what is a mobile, like mobile cell, but whatever we use. So first of all, suppose that mobile is placed somewhere farther away from you. So what do? First you try to um, analyze the size, that is, you try to analyze the shape of the image, right? So and after analyzing the shape, you say, this is, maybe it is a rectangle, maybe it is a mobile, maybe this is this, maybe this is that, right? So edge detection is a very important property to define an image. And we talk about strong intensity contrasts here, that is jump in intensity from one pixel to the next. That is, we'll see this. There are different types of edge detection as well, so you'll get to understand this term then. So edge detecting an image significantly reduces the amount of data, and it filters out useless information while preserving important structural properties in an image, right? So detection of edge in an image, it significantly reduces amount of data. That is, it significantly reduces not just all the amount of data, but whatever data is redundant. So it filters out the redundant redundant data, that is filters out the useless information and only keeps the important structural properties in the image, that is whatever structural properties which are important, like so whatever important structural properties are required to define the image is being preserved. Okay, so just remember, edge detection in an image, it is a very important part in image segmentation, which significantly reduces amount of data which is redundant, and it on the other hand, it preserves only the important structural properties in that image. Okay, then we have many ways to perform edge detection. Of that, we have two types we are describing. First is gradient and one is Laplacian. So here we talk about first derivative and the second derivative of an image. So in gradient, what is a gradient? What do you understand by the term gradient? Have you come, I am fully sure you have come across this term in mathematics, right? What is a gradient? Gradient is nothing but the slope, right? Slope or gradient? Remember what is a slope? Slope means m equals to, remember what is slope? I think we also have done a sum calculating the slope in an image, remember? Yes, slope is nothing but it is defined with the variable m equals to y by x, remember? So that is slope or gradient. Yes, vertical change. Okay, so just remember slope or gradient. Here in image segmentation, that is to perform edge detection, we use gradient and Laplacian types, and the gradient method, it detects edges by looking for maximum and minimum in first derivative of image, and Laplacian is a method which searches for zero crossings in second derivative of image to find the edges. So just remember these terms. Don't go for the definition as of now, because we'll calculate gradient and Laplacian in our coming slides. So just remember that we have two ways to perform. We have many ways actually. We have many ways to perform edge detection, of which we use mainly two types, which is gradient and Laplacian. Just remember these two terms. Gradient means the slope. Okay. Then determining intensity value for threshold. So determining intensity value for threshold, I will ask you, do you remember what is thresholding? If you can remember, just partially also if you remember will do. And I'm asking thresholding now in image segmentation. Image segmentation, you know what is image segmentation. So what is thresholding in image segmentation? No one remembers? Thresholding is a very important part, but it is also a very simple method for, yes, changing the pixel, or you can also say segmenting images. That is, segmenting images means what? You are segmenting the pixels or the regions of the image, right? So thresholding, it is a very simple method, but it is also a very important part for segmenting the images or a particular image. Okay, so suppose you take a grayscale image. Okay, so normally we talk about grayscale image, right? So when we talk about a grayscale image, so thresholding can be used to create binary images. Remember that we can use thresholding technique to create binary images from a grayscale image. Yes, okay. So since you remember this, so thresholding, it separates the foreground pixels from the background pixels. That is, it separates the foreground pixels from the background pixels and can be performed before or after applying a morphological operation to an image. So do you remember what is morphological? This is when we did the first class, remember, elements of or fundamentals of digital image processing. So there we came across morphological operations. So do you remember what is morphological operation? Come on, little bit if you remember. What is morphological operations? Based on shapes. Yes, we talk about shapes, that is structure of an image, right? So thresholding, it separates the foreground pixels from the background pixels, and it can be performed before applying a morphological operation to an image. And while threshold operation, it produces the binary images, as we already know, it relies upon the definition of an intensity value. So when you talk about thresholding, you have to remember what is foreground pixel, what is background pixel, what is binary image, and finally what is an intensity value. An intensity value is nothing but it is talking about some brightness or intensity level of an image. Okay, so intensity value is compared to each pixel value, that is the intensity value whichever we are talking about here. It is compared to each pixel value within the image, and an output pixel is generated based upon the conditions stated within the threshold. That is when we not normally, that is when we talk about a thresholded image. So there what happens, the intensity value is compared with each pixel within the input image, and then an output pixel or the output image, it is generated when you are trying to take into account these conditions which is stated within the threshold. That is, thresholding means nothing but upper threshold limit and lower threshold limit. So limits will be given, and accordingly you can identify the quality or the property of the image. Okay, so when you determine intensity value for threshold, you have to remember what is a morphological operation, what is foreground pixel, what is background pixel, and binary image too, you already know. Okay, then this is intensity histogram based segmentation. So histogram, you already know now how to calculate the histogram, right? So this is intensity histogram. It is determining what is a good histogram and what is a not so good histogram. Okay, so this is a good candidate, this is a poor candidate. Why? Because intensity histogram, it provides a means of determining useful intensity values. So see here, you can see these two histograms. So from first histogram you can identify that from the slope you can identify that this is like you can identify the intensity value from this histogram, right? Because it is clearly depicted here. But in the second histogram, it is not so it is not so proper, or it is not so clear. That is, it is just it's just a curve. It is just a very poor curve in the histogram. So it is intensity histogram. It provides means of determining useful intensity values, as well as determining whether or not an image is a good candidate for thresholding or stretching. So do you remember the term stretching? क्या हुआ आज एकदम चुपचाप? Stretching, can't remember what is stretching. Contrast stretching, do you remember? Contrast stretching means what? Brightness expansion of an image. Remember these terms? I think you need to do revision again. Okay, yes ma'am, okay. So you remember some terms, right? So see, these all are interrelated, even if we have completed unit wise, but all the units are interrelated. Okay, and some terms, so we'll always keep on using, that is what is image enhancement, then what is edge detection, then pixel 2 you already know, then gray level value. So these terms will always keep on, again intensity, so these terms will always keep on using it. Okay, so try to remember these terms. Then okay, what's the time? Okay, 2 more minutes and I'll end it up, because you have another class, right? Okay, and then okay, this is region growing. This is okay, we spoke about one more term, that is region growing. So region growing is also a very important part in image segmentation. Okay, so in region growing, what we do is we group the pixels or sub regions into some larger regions where homogeneity criterion is, that is when homogeneity criterion is satisfied. Homogeneous means what? Hmm? What do you understand by homogeneous? Same. Okay. And no one is replying today. Only Tafazul is replying. And Sajid is replying. What about the rest? Yes. Similar. Yes. Same, similar. Yes. So grouping of pixels or the subregions into some larger regions when homogeneity criterion is satisfied. And homogeneity region means we are talking about the features, right? So when we are grouping the pixels into groups, that is, we are grouping the pixels into particular groups, we are taking into account some similar property, right? That is similar criterion. It may be color, it may be texture, it may be intensity, right? So region growing, the main definition is it is grouping pixels or subregions in an image into larger regions when homogeneity criterion is satisfied. So this is the most important criterion, that is homogeneity criterion. Then region grows around the seed point based on the similar properties. Seed point means they're talking about the root pixel, and it is based on similar properties. Say it may be gray level. Okay, one more term has come, that is gray level. Again, it may be texture, it may be color, it may again be intensity. Okay, so what is the disadvantage of growing region is that it is used where better in noise images where edges are hard to identify. So region growing is best used in noisy image where the edges are hard to identify. That is, we have a lot of disturbance in an image. That is, they're talking about edge. Suppose they're talking about edge, it is very hard to identify because there may be discontinuities also in the edge of an image, right? So then they use the region growing in the noisy image where the edges are very hard to identify. And cons are that the seed point must be first specified, that is the root pixel must be first specified, then different seed point will give different results. Okay, this is another concept. I'll explain this in the next class. So this is a very large concept. That is, when we talk about a root pixel, so suppose this is the this is so this is a 5 by 5 image. So this is 5 by 5 image, so they are performing masking over here. Okay, and suppose this is the root 128, this is the root pixel, and based on that root pixel we are identifying the neighboring pixels as well. But again, what happens, disadvantage in region growing is that different seed points will give different results. So sometimes it is hard to explain, or it is hard to identify the seed pixel as well. So in that way they get different root pixels, and that also will give different results, right? So this is also a disadvantage. So I'll be talking about this in the next class. So this is about region growing. This is a very important concept in image segmentation. It has its own pros and it has its own cons. So mainly region growing means it is grouping of pixels or sub-regions of an image into some larger regions, which is based on some homogeneity criterion, and this homogeneity criterion is nothing but it may be some similar properties of gray level or intensity or texture or color. Okay, so we'll stop here for today. You have another class now, right? So how many of you were present today? 9 of you only present. Okay. Okay, so we have another class at 11:15, right? Okay, guys, you can leave this class. You can join the second class. Come back for the third class. Okay? See you in the third class. Thank you.